While 6 months of ICE raids and intimidation have left the country reeling, yesterday in L.A., reeling turned to reacting in the most astonishing way. Hey, welcome to Occupy Democrats. Please hit that subscribe button to join the resistance against Trump and all he stands for. Well, in our featured video today, that resistance, it took great and hopeful shape yesterday afternoon in the City of Angels, where prominent Democrats held a field hearing on Monday to bring accountability, help families locate their loved ones, and highlight what they call a majority of unlawful detentions by the Trump administration. It's our featured story coming up. It's an overdue, organized, and preemptive political reaction to this kind of stuff.
Here's how it unfolded. First, we received a tip about ICE outside a Westlake Home Depot. Then another raid at Ambience apparel store in LA's Fashion District. Happening around the same time at Ambience headquarters in downtown, people were put in handcuffs and loaded into white unmarked vans.
And that's where tensions escalated. Protesters confronted federal agents in the streets with tear gas being used to try to control the angry crowd.
And we begin our team coverage live in downtown LA with Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda, who was there. Hey, Carlos.
That's right. And this is where there was that big confrontation between protesters and federal agents. And it's all because of that major crackdown that was going on across several locations in Southern California this morning. Now, we are on Stanford Avenue in downtown Los Angeles. And well, it all happened right in that white building that you see there on the left. This is where it got tense as agents moved in. Now, the raids this morning were here in this wholesale clothing business called Ambiance. Federal agents were inside, and that's when a crowd formed outside, people surrounding the building. Now, after several hours, that's when more agents came in with armored vehicles and vans, and they moved in to disperse the crowd. As you said, there was pepper spray, confrontations, people screaming at the agents, and agents then moving in to keep a path open to move in several vans into the parking lot of the building. That's when agents took out those employees from inside, put them in that van, and tried to get them out of here. Now, that's what was going on the way out. People were following the agents. They were trying to stop them. They were yelling at them, throwing things at them. That's when we saw the agents throw out several loud flashbangs to move the crowd. Again, this is just one of several places targeted this morning. As you said, outside of Home Depot in the Westlake area, Homeland Security in the parking lot, and according to people there, about a dozen or so were arrested.
We ran because one of the persons say ICE in Spanish. So that's how basically the one that scattered, but the elderly people that were not able to run, those were the ones that got caught.
They just told me I had to get back. They kept pushing me back. And I assumed it was just those three agents. And then when I turn around, I see that there's a lot of them, just people running, screaming everywhere that ICE was here. They started detaining a couple of other people. There was only one agent that was nice enough to let one of the people that got arrested call their family members and let them know.
Now, we saw Homeland Security and FBI agents here. The FBI says that it is supporting our partners at the Department of Homeland Security in their immigration operations all over the country, and they say that was directed by the Attorney General. Reporting live from downtown Los Angeles, I'm Carlos Granda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Well, such support may come with a price, as it turns out. In our featured story today, key congressional Dems are confident in a midterm win and are consequently setting the stage for investigations and prosecutions of the mass jabronis who are plucking innocent people off the street, and the ham-fisted and, well, in one particular case, ham-faced superiors above them who may have well violated the law. Now imagine being one of those mass joy boys, realizing these words from Representative Jimmy Gomez post-hearing apply to you. It's our featured story coming up, and on the other side of this, well, we have a great example of Democrats taking the preemptive lead.
Individuals that work for Donald Trump believe that they're immune, that they're untouchable. But today, with this hearing led by the Oversight Committee, led by Ranking Member Garcia, we're telling them that you might think you're safe, but we're going to come after you. If you violated the law, threw somebody down, don't think it ends when Donald Trump is out of office. This will not end until we hold every single person that have violated the Constitution and the rights of people in our communities accountable.
Just yesterday in Los Angeles, the first steps were taken to bring into accountability the rash and cruel actions of Trump's ICE machine. This is our featured story, so let's go to sunny Southern California and chill out with this.
New calls from local lawmakers to investigate possible civil rights violations by federal immigration enforcement agents. Welcome back. I'm Jory Rand in for Mark Brown.
I'm Michelle Fisher. This is Eyewitness News at 5:30. In the months since federal agents hit the streets of L.A. back in June, we have heard countless accusations of excessive force, profiling, and other unconstitutional acts.
We've seen a lot of videos as well. Today, Congressman Robert Garcia, along with L.A. Mayor Karen Bass, convened a congressional hearing to record testimony on the alleged violations. But first, they marched through downtown L.A. alongside local religious leaders, saying they will not remain silent. And as Eyewitness News political reporter Josh Haskell shows us, this hearing may be just the first step as they demand accountability from the federal government.
Get away here! 5 months after the ICE raids began in Los Angeles and continue to this day, congressional Democrats held a field hearing to bring accountability, help families locate their loved ones, and highlight what they call a majority of unlawful detentions by the Trump administration.
In this country, no one is above the law, and the Constitution protects everyone. The Constitution clearly states that due process is afforded to all people, not just U.S. citizens.
I think it's absolutely imperative that I stand up for the immigrants in our communities, whether it's mine or whether it's on the whole other side of the country. They need to know that we have their backs and that what you're seeing from the federal government is the worst of us. I need them to see the best of us.
In our city, we experienced an attack from our own federal government. That's the thing. I mean, I say it because it's so hard to believe.
During the hearing, members of Congress heard from local elected officials, immigrant rights organizations, and families who have had their lives turned upside down. This woman testified she hasn't seen her husband since June.
My kids cry going to sleep, asking for his father. I still don't know what's going to end, if he's going to be out or not. Is he going to spend Christmas with his family? I just want to let everybody know that we're here. We're not criminals. We're here for a better future for our family, for our kids.
The intention is to make people afraid, feel like they must choose between their safety and their jobs, leading to workforce vacancies that harm Los Angeles' economy and psyche.
Democrats on the committee conducting the hearings tell me they're confident they'll be successful in the 2026 midterms, allowing them to conduct investigations into the Trump administration's immigration enforcement operations.
We're going to be able to have the power to subpoena witnesses, bring people in, actually do something that has more power to it. We have also the string purses of the budget to be able to take areas and not fund those.
By establishing a record, Democrats on the committee say they can put policies in place to make sure the ICE raids never happen again. In downtown Los Angeles, Josh Haskell, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
L.A. is my lady, or at least she was up until a few years ago. But that sentiment, it originally comes from Old Blue Eyes, the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra. Now today, we're going to leave you with a recent post from his daughter Nancy Sinatra that best sums up all of this. On this Thanksgiving, Nancy's right. God forgive us indeed.